So, I haven't really been paying attention to this.
You, Hans? Not paying attention to something? Why, I scarcely believe it. I mean, you must be the most attentive man in the world, the way you don't notice all the myriad things that make the animals you think are fake so obviously real, or the events and human achievements that you think never happened, even though there is countless historical documented evidence for them, but you haven't bothered to check it, so it must be fake. Yeah, you not paying attention is just so out of character for you. On planet f***ing Dongo.
And I haven't read either of these articles, but
if you couldn't tell or are unfamiliar with the artist formerly known as Hans Wormhat, aka Refitkikaffa, I was being sarcastic before because no one is surprised that you don't bother to actually read the things that you decide to talk about. We know that you see a headline and that's enough for you to witter on endlessly and of course ignorantly about a topic that you are entirely unfamiliar with, which is everything, because I doubt you have even heard of reality.
now it's become apparent to me that it's like gone viral, been picked up by the media. This
gone viral? I don't know, man. This is a pretty new video of yours, and the X amount of thing versus Y amount of thing idea is fucking ancient. It's like pre-internet absolutely fucking everywhere shit. Hell, one of my favorite jokes in a popular TV show is two of the main characters in said show, one where they regularly face apocalyptic stakes. One guy walks in on them having a screaming match, and you think, oh god, is something important happening? And then boom.
Look, if cavemen and astronauts got into a fight, who would win?
So, yeah, it's a thing that's been around for a lot longer than just recently, and probably since the dawn of time, really. Which is why the cavemen would win. Any questions?
Do the astronauts have weapons?
No.
100 men versus one gorilla thing. So I guess it's just worth stating my opinion. This video is not about this, really.
So what is it about? I mean, it's an important question. Personally, I think it depends on the dudes. Sure, with weapons and that, it's no context, but bare hands, and possibly a bunch of really skinny dudes, well, that could basically be dynasty warriors. Also, it depends on whether or not they were expecting it. I mean, you fire a gorilla into an unsuspecting crowd of people. I ain't picking a side right away, but that is mostly because I would be looking for popcorn.
Just, I wanted to put it in the beginning here because it seems to be, yeah, big right now. 100 men versus one gorilla. Who would win?
Look, the mainstream media getting into something that's not big right now, half of the time that's big 6 months ago when the internet was actually talking about it. And now, basically ancient. A week is essentially 7 years in internet time after all. And it's shit like this that makes me laugh. Cause Hans is totally the type that would tell us we should stop believing everything that the news tells us, when they're the only people who think that anybody gives a shit what they say anymore. I get all my news off of a robot that sounds a bit like Patrick Stewart over footage of Subway Surfers. How else am I supposed to understand such nuanced subjects?
And I think that it's really stupid on the surface.
I mean, if anybody's an expert on being really stupid on the surface and really stupid underneath that, but deep down, where it all really matters. Really stupid too, obviously. It's you, Hans.
Because 100 men should be able to take out anything, really. Like, I feel like 100 men should be able to take out an elephant if they're working together.
Okay, but what if they're not working together? What if it's 100 random guys? And again, unarmed, no prep time. And you would be shocked at just how durable an elephant can be, and just how fucking immense they are. Hell, if it comes in seriously pissed off, it's gonna be smashing a few dudes to bits on the ground in a matter of seconds. But it doesn't matter. The whole point is to have a discussion, to come up with hypotheticals. But it doesn't actually matter, because the whole point is to have a discussion, to come up with fun hypotheticals and zany solutions to how one side could possibly win or fail or whatever. And it really speaks volumes to how small-minded you are that you can't even entertain the idea and just assume that you are instantly correct regardless of the situation.
So I don't know what the experts are chiming in on this, but
the experts on 100 gorillas versus one man, or whatever the hell this was. I want to believe that you're being facetious, but I don't think you would know the meaning of the word or have the capacity to say something stupid without being 100% earnest.
It just gives them a time to talk about how big and scary gorillas are.
Do they need time to do that? I mean, there are plenty of places you can find that out, and, you know, it's fucking true. One of those dudes could literally rip your fucking arms off. And yes, Hans, that includes you. Probably especially you, because while you could absolutely 1v1 a gorilla, that doesn't mean that you would fucking win. In fact, I assume the result would be a blood-covered gorilla stood next to a wet patch on the ground where you used to be standing. And when asked in sign language where you were, they would just say, gone.
And I guess what I will mention is that I haven't seen some people wake up to the fact that gorillas don't actually show any feats of strength.
What are you talking about? Yes, they do. They uproot small trees and bend bamboo stalks like it's nothing. And, you know, we have even, measured that shit. There's literally a world record of one lifting 1,800 pounds. That's like picking up a fucking grand piano, for fuck's sake. Not that that's super impressive or anything. I mean, I could totally do that. I just don't want to. And I, slept weird. And I'm really tired after doing 1,000 push-ups, yeah. I could totally do it. 2 or 3 even, if I wanted, but I don't.
What you'll get, the most impressive things out of the gorillas is that they can actually run really fast in those suits.
And there it is for the people here who are new to Hans Wormhat's brand of completely delusional nonsense. He genuinely thinks most animals are fake, that they are made up, not really what we think they are, if they exist at all. Like zebras are just painted horses, and snakes are animatronics, and of course that gorillas are dudes in suits. Like that makes any fucking sense whatsoever, when we literally have endless footage of them out in the wild, and probably 24/7 cams in zoos and shit. No one is going that far to fake fucking anything. And the idea that they are people in suits is even more ridiculous when you say that they can move really, really fast. Have you seen a person in a costume like that? The best they tend to do is not as slow as I thought they'd be. The fact that they're so fast kind of dunks on any point that you might have had. It's almost like they're real animals that just move like that. Wow.
Which should make you wonder why a beast that big can even run so fast and sprint around.
No, not even slightly. For starts, they use all 4 limbs. They aren't just stomping along on their little back legs. They slap some palm down as well. It really gets you going. I mean, have you ever used your hands to climb upstairs a bit like a dog? You zoom up that shit. Hell, when I was a kid, I broke my leg. And with crutches, I was speed. Because I effectively had an extra leg. But also, they're animals. They are built in the wild, made of muscles, roaming about, able to climb trees and shit, and they fight each other a lot. The kind of workout routine gets you strong as fuck. No surprise they would be pretty sprightly too.
And it's because the suits are foam.
Holy fucking shit, dude, no. For one, they aren't suits. I know you're all about assuming your conclusion to be correct, but that ain't it, bro. And for bacon and eggies, the idea that every single gorilla in the world is just some guy in a big fuck-off foam suit, and that they would all be able to move as fast and consistently as any gorilla is so laughably absurd that I would know it was something you said, even if it came out of the mouth of fucking God. And even further, that there are so many people that would have that skill, and there's enough of them to put them all over the fucking world for a maybe glimpse of the damn things at a park or a zoo or even out in the wild, when they could be doing literally anything fucking else. I mean, it's never been hard to poke holes in your ideas, Hans, but hey, maybe those are made of foam.
You can go look into the making of Gorillas in the Mist.
Jesus, that's an oldie. And classic Hans, no thought. Well, they make fake version of thing for film, therefore they must all be fake always. Never questioning why anyone would bother to fake this shit in the first place. Oh, they have their excuses. Oh, it's to trick you. It's to see what they can get away with, to make you believe one thing, so that you'll believe another. But the only reason that you think anything like this, Hans, is that you think being a contrarian is the same thing as having an actual brain and or personality.
So the suits are probably lighter than you would think, based off of the mass.
You're right. In fact, they are infinitely light because they don't fucking exist. At least not in the context of literally every gorilla ever, because that is the stupidest shit ever. And hell, even if they were suits, to look and move the way they do with no seams whatsoever and a bunch of animatronic shit probably up top and elsewhere to make the damn things do the shit that gorillas can do, I would be surprised if they weren't way heavier than you expected. Again, if we ignore the expected weight being 0.
That would actually be a cool thing. Why don't they do live weigh-ins of the gorillas? I bet they weigh way less than what they say.
You'd be fucking surprised, Hans. They weigh like 2 to 3 times as much as your average adult human male, and almost half as much as me after a baby burger binge. They are fucking enormous and weigh a ton. But sure, you do it, Hans. I dare you. Go grab one of those lightweight gorillas and sling the guy over your shoulder and throw him on a weighing scale. See how that works out dead for you. I mean, works out for you. You won't be dead because I know you won't fucking do it. Not because you're scared or anything, you're too stupid for that, but because, God fucking forbid, you ever try to prove your points ever. That shit is for dumb science smart guys who are stupid because they believe in facts.
Because the suits are mostly foam, and they're very agile. I will give them that.
Agile and strong and capable of absolutely smashing a person to bits and all the other things, and it is just so hilarious that Hans genuinely believes that he has some kind of authority over reality, as if when he says this thing seems fake to me, that's all the proof that anyone who's truly woke to the alooby booby should need, because they aren't like all the sheeple who just believe what the government tell them. No, they only believe whatever random internet wackadoodles tell them, which is much, much more reasonable, I'm sure you'll all agree.
That the gorillas jump around and pound their chest. Recently heard somebody going off about the sound they make, and it's like comical.
Okay, well, I have an idea of what that sounds like in my head, and I don't recall it being anything all that unexpected, and certainly not particularly funny. But hell, maybe I'm misremembering it, and it's actually super duper absurd. Let's listen. No, I'm not seeing it. It sounds like the sound of someone slapping the shit out of their chest. I mean, if a person did that, it would be somewhat humorous, I guess, but not like anything other than the exact sound I would expect. The only reason I can imagine it's not the sound you expect is because when humans do beat their chest, they tend to do it with all their clothes on. So it's like a damp thud, but do it naked and I'm sure you'll get a pretty similar sound. Preferably in the streets, outside a hospital, so the nice folks in white coats deal with you.
What? Why do they pound their chest and it sounds like bongos to begin with?
Well, I don't know what bongos you have been playing, but sure, let's say they sound exactly like that. Beating a taut, leathery surface above a hollow cavity with open palms rapidly. How the fuck else would you expect it to sound? Like a goddamn xylophone? Oh shit, they do have ribs under there. Maybe he would. And they do it because it's fucking loud. And apparently because there is a direct correlation between the exact tone of the sound and the size of the gorilla. So if you are gorillaing about and you hear the equivalent of a kick drum rattling away, you might think twice about heading in that particular direction.
They like build a musical instrument into the animal.
I really do enjoy the fact that because you don't understand an animal's behavior or the sound that they would make, that's somehow proof it must be fake. It would be weirder if they did something that you were expecting, Hans, because they're not fucking people. And Hans, you are a musical instrument. Seriously, open your mouth and knock on the top of your head like it's a door. Hear that sound? It's pretty weird, right? It's like your head is empty, when actually it's just a quirk of how sound works. The echo that proves that your head is empty anyway.
Anyways, yeah, so the feats of strength thing. The reason that I'm rambling about this right now is because it's kind of to do with this article. This article gives the media a chance to shine the spotlight on their fake creature and tell you how dangerous it is and how strong and powerful.
Yes, how strong and powerful they absolutely are, because they are. I would invite you to actually 1v1 one if it wasn't for the fact that that would absolutely be cruelty to animals. I mean, imagine you're just chilling out and then some fucking moron tries to take your skin off and scream, "Where are the bongos?" at you. And then you get fucking harambeed for something that is clearly not your goddamn fault. You didn't ask for this, and there's not a person alive who wouldn't also yeet this damn dipshit into the stratosphere right along with you.
But that's actually good proof against gorillas.
The fact that someone is talking about gorillas is somehow proof that they don't real. Well, I'm talking about you, Hans. Are you fake? I mean, that's the ultimate video, isn't it? When your solipsism finally collapses in on itself after you have declared the only other thing in the universe than you to be fake. All that's left is you, Hans. Spooky.
There is not video footage of them lifting super heavy things, chucking giant stones really far, ripping a tree out of the ground or something.
I mean, that last one, there absolutely is. It took me like 2 seconds to find one. Just watch this absolute Chad fucking disintegrate this banana tree like it's made of goddamn paper. But that's kind of the point, isn't it? If you saw them do all those things, you just make excuses. Oh, that rock's actually super light. That tree's not really in the ground. Everything is fake if you're never willing to concede that maybe you are wrong. But being wrong is for people who actually care about whether or not they're right. And that just isn't you.
What you get is very pound on your chest and run around. And maybe swinging some stuff around, but nothing like, whoa, you're strong.
And why do you think that an animal that doesn't tend to do those things, that doesn't actually have any reason to throw boulders around or whatever, should do that? They're not here to live up to your random arbitrary standards, Hans. They do what they do, and the fact that they aren't living up to some shit you decided proves that they're strong is about as relevant as you are smart.
It's, all bark, no bite.
Well, at least that's better than being all bark and no brains. Bye!
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the